Hi, my name is Subhash Pandey. I am teaching as a computer teacher in a reputed organization from last 20 years. I want to share my knowledge with you through my YouTube channel Learn Computer from Subhash. This is my fifth educational video on Python series. Now in this video we'll learn how to rectify errors in a program, types of error and some common errors and how to rectify it. How to find errors in a program and rectification. Topics to be discussed: definition of errors, types of errors, some common errors, how to remove errors and example programs. So what is error is? Errors is a term used to describe any issue that arises unexpectedly that cause a program not to function properly. When we write program, it is expected that errors can occur. Programmers find the errors, rectify it, and again recompile until the code is error free. So generally, when we write program, then at the time of writing, there are a lot of errors due to the typing errors, maybe not knowing the syntax, or maybe the wrong logic, or maybe some unexpected errors which occurs at the time of running the program. So finding these errors and rectification is the discussion topics of today's video. Now errors are divided in different groups: syntax error, semantics error, runtime errors, and logical errors. So what is syntax error? So these are the grammatical errors. So if we are not following the rules of the language, then these errors occurs, and these errors is highlighted by the compiler, and these errors is very easy to rectify because these errors are generally grammatical errors, so we can find it very easily. Some of the examples are, we learn these examples through by the running the programs later on. Some examples like if we are writing print hello and the uh, quotes is missing, one quote is there but other quote is not there with this statement. And second, suppose I want to accept something and getting some value there through n input enter number, this statement is correct. But when we are writing n is equal to n and plus 5, then this is wrong, because in the n, here in this n, the string value is stored, so we cannot do the addition work with the string value. So in this place it will give error. Now again, if I am writing input x plus y, so I am in a input function, you cannot write mathematical expressions. Same way, if I am writing f if x is greater than y and without the column, then it will give error. So again, if a is greater than b, so here without colon is there, so it will also give some error. Now, what are the semantics errors? These are the errors which occur when statements are not meaningful. So, if we are not knowing how to write the statement, then generally these types of error occurs. And suppose I am writing 10 is equal to x. I am writing 10 is equal to x. Then this is a wrong statement, because you cannot give the value in the statement expression has the two parts, L value and R value. This is the L and this is the R. In the generally in the L value we write the variable name, that is the address of the variable, and then the right side we give the values. Same way we cannot write the expressions before the in the right and left side you cannot write the expressions. So this is also a wrong statement. Logical errors. Logical errors occurs when there is something wrong in the logic of the program, and compiler has no complaint regarding these statements, but we give the program gives the wrong result. So these errors is little bit difficult to find. Suppose, for example, suppose I have to find the greater among two values, and I am writing if a is lesser than b and then maxes. So this statement is syntactically correct, but this will give a minimum out of two numbers. So this is a logical error. Now runtime errors. Runtime errors occurs, and this is very difficult to handle, because syntactically and logically everything is right there. The programmers can rectify it, but runtime errors occurs at the time of running, and there are a lot of regions there. These errors occur at the time of running the program. Rectification of these errors are very difficult. Some examples are like division by 0. Suppose I have written a program and some variable is there, and that variable division part, suppose a is divided by b, and b is the value of b is 0, or maybe the by wrong the user is giving the 0 value, or at the time of calculation of the in the previous statements b is getting the value 0, then this error will occur. Linking error. Suppose I want to link some file, or I want to get some value through some files in a program, but that file is not available, then that type of error will occur. Suppose incompatible operation on incompatible types. Suppose I am doing the calculation on the complex number with the integer number, or sometimes the string value with the, suppose I at the time of writing the program, the correct type conversion by mistake, it is by mistakes it is not in the program statement. So what will happen? It will give the wrong result. It will not do the calculation work. And use of identifier. Suppose I am using some identifier which is actually not defined, then it will give the error. So these things we will learn through the examples at the end of this video. Okay. Now we will learn some of these errors through programs. So first, the syntactical errors program. Suppose I am writing print and then writing hello, and by mistake the quote is not closed, then it will give error. So I have to correct it by writing print hello. Now next is, suppose I am writing if A is lesser than B. So here there is a error because A and B is not defined. And again, if I am writing A is equal to 2, B is equal to 5, and if I am writing if A is greater than B, print, again it is error. So if I writing A is lesser than B, and then the colon, then the A is greater than B, lesser than B, and then the colon. So it is a right syntax, and I am print is A is lesser than B, then print A is smaller. So this is a right syntax. Same way, if a loop, running a loop for I in range 1 to 10, print I. So this will give error. You can see it because I is not defined there. Again, if I am writing I is equal to 1 and for I in range 1 to 10, print I. Then it will give the right. So in this way, there are different types of errors occurs due to the wrong statements, and one of the general errors occur in this syntax error is the non-compatibility of the data types. Suppose I am accepting some value, input, enter a number, and suppose the number is 10, and again I am writing n is equal to n plus 10. So this will give an error because both the n and 10 both are not same. 10 is an integer value, but what is the type of n? N is a string value. So you can see it, type of n. So it is a string value. So both are not compatible with each other. So this will give an error. So if I will correct it, if I will write it like int or float, anything, int input, enter number, take input number and is equal to n is equal to n plus. This is giving error, again error. Now what is the rectification of this program? You can see this through the editor. Now suppose I am writing n is equal to int input enter number and plus equal to 10. Print n. Now when we compile this after saving this file, save it with any name, suppose name is output, and then run it. So this is giving some error, n plus equal to 10, n is equal to n plus 10. Oh, there is error there, bracket is missing here, so you can run it. So is now correct. Now suppose I am entering the value as anything 30, so it is giving the right thing. So in this way, different types of errors are there, and these are the syntactical errors. So some of the syntactical error like incompatible data types, getting the wrong writing the wrong syntax like input syntax, and using the variables without declaring. So these are the common errors generally at the time when we learn these programs in the beginning. Now semantics error. So semantics errors are the errors which is wrong statement. Now we learn this through some examples. Now suppose I am writing a program like n is equal to a plus b, a plus b is equal to c, and suppose the value of a and b is already initialized. A is equal to 10, b is equal to 20, and print the value of c, print c. So this will give an error. Save the file and run it. So this is giving error because this thing is not acceptable in the, and this is not acceptable way of writing the statements. So these types of error are there. Next is the logical errors. So logical errors, as we have declared, we have already discussed these things. That is, if we are writing the wrong logic. So suppose I'm writing a program to find the maximum out of two numbers. To find maximum out of two numbers. And the program is like we can write by cut and paste, which makes the program writing little bit fast. Then if A is lesser than B, print A is bigger, else print B is bigger. So in this program, after saving the files, it will not complain anything. The compiler is not giving any error, but still we have error. So here A is 45 and B is 50. So here A is bigger. It is giving A is bigger, but A is actually smaller. So this is the error, logical type of error, and in this way we can do different types of errors in logics of the program. If we are writing wrong logics or any type of mathematical any type of formula, writing wrong formulas and other things, that we can do different types of errors. Next is the uh, runtime error. So runtime error is what? Runtime errors is the very difficult to rectify because it occurs at the time of running the program. So it depends on the values of the variable. It may it is may reason may be the incompatible types, use of identifier which is not defined, division by zero, linking error. So some files which is not available there. So we learn these things. with some examples. Suppose I am using this program again. Now suppose I am writing C is equal to A by B and print division is so. So syntactically this program is right. So I am giving A as 12 and B as 0. So this is the errors by the user, or sometimes 0 may come in a program in a B as a value. So this is the runtime error, 0 division error. Next, in this program, suppose value of A is not there. Value of A is not there. And I am writing C is equal to A by B. Then again compiler will not complain anything, but there is a error. So because the value of A is not available. Same way, suppose I am using some file, using the value accepting getting the data from some files, and that file is not able, then that will also give error. So these are the some common types of errors. So this video is basically for the beginners who wants to learn programming, but at the time of running the program they finds it lot of errors there. So they have to carefully check their statements and they can find the error. So runtime errors are there, it will be rectified. To rectification of these files requires lot of experience. So thank you. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like.